Any one of those that's thrown out of order affects the rest of them in terms of mind and imagination. When you get angry and start seeing somebody that you want to slap upside the head or knock down or wish something bad would happen to them, you throw the rest of your mind mentation out of order. You can't separate them unless you deliberately do so. But you certainly can't separate them with negative thought. That your energy, your spirit is hooked into what you imagine in your mind. And when you imagine something with your emotions, by your feeling nature, love preferably, what you should be doing, but when anger gets in there, it distorts the imagination. Understand the power, right side of the brain, of the African's ability to imagine. Because we have imagined a vain thing instead of a wonderful thing about ourselves and our world. These are interlaced and interlocked. That's important to know. This is what gives you dis-ease. What you imagine and what you feel becomes your mental reality, and it manifests on your mental plane. If you're going to think a particular thought that's positive, you must imagine that thought and feel that same thought as positive. If something haunts or torments you, you take the thought in meditation and separate it from the emotion. You take the picture and separate it from the emotion. Oh. Glad that came back to me with my shock. There's one other little important, well, I did put it in there, but not clearly. This one here, it's tied in with the rest of it. Ah, yes, breath, which is emotion, which is a real a testament of the fact of mind and emotion as power. You start getting mad, you start imagining all kind of things you're getting ready to do, right? If the picture is negative, then the picture will affect the emotions. If the emotions are negative, then the emotions will affect the picture. This is how women find the assailant. By fear. And with the fear, instead of turning left or right like their spirit said, they turn the opposite way in their car. Or come down the wrong steps when the spirit said go down those steps. Or don't go out there. Out of fear. One is drawn to the very thing that they fear the most. One is drawn to the very thing that they hate the most. But importantly, one is drawn to the very thing that they love the most. And they draw the very thing that they love the most to themselves. That's the correct use of the law of attraction. That's order. These must be in sync to have divine order. What you think, imagine, feel, and breathe. There's a yogic technique for releasing the picture of the thing that bothers one, particularly fearful things, because it's very difficult to let go of certain things. If imagining suddenly seeing yourself getting hit by a car, for instance. Example, the little white woman that got run over by the bus ran over her foot. You know? She got paid. But I wonder, I won't accuse her of anything, I wonder what she had been imagining how she was going to get paid. It's very peculiar, isn't it? She couldn't get her foot out of the way. Maybe she didn't want to get her foot out of the way. Those accidents that happen when somebody comes up and bumps you in the back and you get whiplash. Oh, did you plan that? Oh, yeah, I suspect so. Making a psychological assumption. I need $1,500. The subconscious get busy. Well, go through here, go through there. There'll be a car coming in. Boom! I got it. You start laying down. Oh, call Brady. Okay, that's your own imagination. Believe me now. My advice, don't do that. No, I'm leaving it alone. Don't do that. Okay? Don't put yourself as victim. You put yourself as victor. That there are thousands of other ways to prosper. Don't put yourself in the victim's position. You may not get a chance to collect, though you might get paid. Okay? Watch what you imagine, for you shall surely have it. Imagine what is wonderful, what is good, what is beautiful, what is harmonious, what is loving, what is wise. Imagine those things in your life. You already have the power of imagination. And coupled with this melanin and your feeling nature, you get it on the right foot, and you can get it done. You can put it on the wrong foot, and you become one of the finest prophets of doom you've ever met. I knew that was going to happen. Did I tell you that? Did I tell you that? Imagination, emotions, energy, the breath. By bringing the negative thought to your third eye at night, preferably when you get up to bed, and seeing the event, then you breathe in and blow out. As you blow out, enough times you break the seal between the emotions and the thought. And the thought just becomes a floating picture through your mind, released from the seal of the emotions. The manufacturer of thought and things, your energy, your emotions, your breath, released from the picture, releases it from manifesting on this plane. Simply by watching the picture and then next morning you wake up, you don't feel the same thing. Same way you did about that thing, whatever it is. I'm not going to try to name, I don't name all that stuff. Whatever it is, that's how you release it. One way, you release it from your emotions, so it does not manifest in your physiological life.